we have been slowly learning more from multiple sources in what happened with Andrew Brown Jr. So we're going to analyze this from multiple perspectives. First of all, taking with a grain of salt, we have a statement from the actual sheriff. So let's turn now to that video.
Today, we also allowed the family of Mr. Brown and his attorney to privately view the video. This tragic incident was quick and over in less than 30 seconds, and body cameras are shaky and sometimes hard to decipher. They only tell part of the story. Outside investigators, both from the SBI and from 4 other sheriff's offices, are interviewing witnesses and gathering more information.
Okay, so he says it was quick, over in 30 seconds. The camera footage, the body camera footage is shaky and difficult to interpret possibly. Notably, the family was allowed to watch a 20-second clip. Look, I get if the entire incident is 30 seconds, then you can't show 40 minutes of body cam footage, but it does seem strange that they didn't even show the 30 seconds that they're talking about. And I get that footage can sometimes be hard to decipher. I will say, seemingly for juries at times, it can be difficult to understand what's plainly shown in the video. But Adrienne, what do you think about what the sheriff said there?
I think it's extremely suspect. The fact that they allowed them to view just like a hot minute, not even a hot minute of this video cam footage, and also that cam footage that they showed was of the officer who was furthest away from the scene. And that's not to get full perspective as much as it would make it more difficult to see, to hear what was going on. And this really makes you think that there is something that they're trying to cover up, which is also why I wonder what's going on with this whole arrest warrant, search warrant situation, because it seems from day one that they have been hiding things and that something bad went down, especially when we take into context how many officers have now resigned or quit or been put on administrative leave from this department.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, it's like they seem to have learned the lesson. You know, we've had a couple of cases over the last week or so where they have released body cam footage relatively quickly because the public won't take it anymore. They won't, you can't hold it for 9 months. I don't care what Rahm Emanuel thinks about it, that's insane. And yet maybe this is a loophole for them. We'll show a body camera's perspective, not necessarily the one that actually makes the most sense. And we won't show you the whole video for reasons we won't define. And you can't look at multiple perspectives from multiple cameras because I don't know, they act like people, like is it in a weird codec? They act as if it is impossible to get the footage off these cameras. I don't think it's that complicated. I've never owned one, but I'm gonna put out there that I think that you could release all of it almost instantaneously. I think you could set up sort of a Dropbox, drop all the footage, and we can watch it. They choose not to do that.
One of the excuses they came up with was saying we need time to be able to edit so we can blur out the faces of the officer to protect their identity. I'm like, dude, just send it my way. I can click, click, boom on my iPhone if you need to blur out some faces. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, Adrienne could throw a cat face up on it or something with a simple filter. Also, like, you're a cop, you were there. You're showing it to the family. It seems weird that your principal focus would be on hiding the identity of the cops. They're not gonna know who the cops are from seeing their face anyway. The entire thing makes no sense to a rational person who's outside of this case. I get that. In any event, we showed you what the cops had to say. Now I wanna turn to the family. So here is one of the most recent media appearances.
If it was you, I or Khalil who committed an act and took a person's life unjustifiably, we should be in jail right now, should be arrested.
Right now.
You should be arrested. Just because you wear a badge, shield, or star doesn't give you the right to kill. And if you kill, doesn't give you the right to be free while a clear killing is on video, unjustifiable killing. If it's unjustifiable, it's homicide. If it's by another and it's intentional, reckless, it's murder.
Adrienne?
Oh yeah, because the thing is homicides, no matter what form they take, committed by the officer, it is considered a homicide, it's murder. It's the question of, is it justifiable? Is it a lawful murder? And in this instance, and given all of the circumstances and all of the excuses we're getting, it kind of seems like this won't be a justifiable homicide, and some people may be facing charges at some point in time.
Yeah, the whole thing, we don't know. There's a lot that we don't know, and I think that Adrienne and I have both attempted to be as reasonable as can be expected, considering the clear pattern that's been established over the past few weeks, in wondering about what potential explanation could justify shooting a person multiple times, including with this just came out, the family released the results of an independent autopsy saying that he was also shot in the back of the head. For so far, and more information could come out, the only explanation that's been provided is he tried to drive away, which to a reasonable person does not justify literally anything that happened. And when you have, as Adrienne alluded to, 7 deputies have been placed on administrative leave, 2 others have resigned, 1 deputy has retired. That's not normally what we see in this sort of case, so it makes one wonder what is really going on. One would have to wonder less if they would release the 6 or 7 other body cameras footage that apparently is there, since so many people were on the scene. I guess all of them were turned off. I don't know, but the entire thing is not only disgusting and a tragedy in the way that so many of these cases are, but this has an added layer of something shady and suspicious appears to be going on.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.